Here we are with Sniper Elite 3 then. We'll be diving into the campaign in just a moment, but we'll have a quick look at the loadout. You've got 4 choices: Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. They all start off exactly the same, but you can edit them. I tend to just stick with one. What I'll probably do is leave the Alpha as its default and modify the Bravo one as I find out what tools I like to take with me. But for now, let's get started.
Most of Europe has been crushed under the Axis boot, forcing an Allied retreat. Their supply lines for food and raw materials are crippled. The Suez Canal is a lifeline, connecting Britain with its empire and Middle Eastern oil, making the war in North Africa crucial. As the British and Axis armies face each other across the Libyan-Egypt border, the front line swings like a pendulum across the western desert. A harsh, unforgiving strip of land between the Mediterranean and the Sahara. Mechanized warfare has come of age. Here, tanks are king. I've arrived in Torbruk off a boat filled with replacements and reinforcements. Young men blindly rushing to their deaths. None of them are comfortable having someone like me around. Suits me fine. Most of them won't make it out of here alive. Rommel was kicked out during Operation Crusader, but Axis forces are once again sweeping across the western desert. The Gazala gallop began with the Allied retreat, and Rommel is at the city's throat. There's no time for tactics. 35,000 of us have one order: hold Torbruk.
Snipers! Snipers are needing the wall!
Okay, we have control. We're going to follow this guy. He's the blue dot. Actually seems to be too friendly, so this guy's a friendly. We're heading towards the star. That's where your goal is. Now we've got a feature here called empty lung. You squeeze the R2 button on a PS4, which will empty your lungs and steady up the scope. But in these early stages, you don't really need it. You can see the bullet dropped a bit there. It's gone through his leg, which is why I'm not using the empty lungs thing, because I want to get a feel for just how the gun works. So you've got to aim slightly high. See, that missed him. So you've got to aim a bit high. This is going to drop, I suspect, and hit him in the leg as well. Yeah, that went in lower than I aimed it. That's okay, that's the sort of thing we want to know about. As I get more challenging shots, I'll use the empty lung thing. To be honest, it makes it a bit too easy. See, I'm going too low there. I'm supposed to be moving down to that star point. Nothing's shot me yet, so my health is still good. Search for more spotters. Yeah, okay, we're looking for guys peeping at us from out there somewhere. Well, there's one. 110 yards away. It's too low. Still too low. Still too low. No, not getting in. That was better. I aimed over his head. Now I've got him. But it's slinging a knee shot. That's through his leg. And just missed his nuts. Okay, we've got a truck coming in. Which is hidden. I'm going to have to move. There's a star over on the right hand side of the screen which is telling me where I've got to move to. That's an ammo box. Any of those kind of boxes, you just move up to them and pick ammo up automatically. I can actually see this guy now, but I don't think you can shoot the guy on the machine gun. I think what they want you to do is shoot the truck itself. I'm just going to see how much movement I've got here, whether it's going to give me the option to flank the truck, get round behind the gunner. I've got a feeling that in this early tutorial you probably can't. This game limits your movement. It gives you a certain amount of free movement, but you can't just wander anywhere. Well, you can't wander out of the scene anyway. This, as I say, this first mission is a tutorial mission, so it's really locking me down. It's not going to let me creep around behind that gunner. It's well covered behind those rocks and tanks. I think I'm going to have to go back to... You can see a little star on the right hand side of the screen just telling me where I ought to be standing. I'm just being a bit of a rebel and wandering about. Let's see if I can get a better look at him from up here. He's still well hidden. I'm basically using my scope as binoculars at the moment. We have got some binoculars on the R3 button. But I don't think they're going to help particularly at this point. I like bullets sort of wanging around your ears. Yeah, that's telling you to use the binoculars, and there are two weak points on a lorry, the engine and the fuel tank. That's a mistake there. It said press L3 to look through your binoculars. It's R3. Deliberately making things difficult for myself here. Can't zoom in anymore. I know roughly where the fuel tank is. I'm just trying to see if I can shoot it without doing anything clever. Definitely want to get a better angle on it. I can't shoot the guy behind the gunner, that's for sure. You don't always get a star hanging over the thing you're supposed to destroy. Looks like there really is only one vantage point. thought that maybe if I snuggle up to this big gun I might get a different angle on it, but no. It is carefully designed to set, so it's clear or nothing. It's the only place you can see it. This is suggesting that I use the empty lung thing. You'll get a nice little red marker showing you where your bullet's going to land. I know that, but I'm trying not to use it. Yes, thank you, go away. Looks like I got him. Yeah, got full tank. Okay, I think that's the end of the tutorial. Got my ass blown up. Little twiddly thing in the top right hand
Germans
corner.
are using Nebelwerfers. I need to do something about them.
It's worth looking at because that is your last save point, and if you die, that's where it's going to put you back to. It's worth being aware. So I'm holding down L2 at the moment, and I'm just having a look to see what my options are. I got a med kit that will completely heal you, a bandage that will partially heal you, your sniper rifle's up the top, various explosive options. You've got your assault rifle and your silenced thing called a well rod. Head for the star. There's Neville things that he was on about. They're big guns. We're going to have to try and take them down. Quick look at the map. Over on the right hand side, that's a sniper nest, that little crater shaped thing. The star is where we're heading. That's me, that little white icon in the middle. And the thing that looks like a U over on the right hand side, that's a sniper nest. You get a few extra points if you find a sniper nest and get in it. You don't need to get in it to do the game. You can get along perfectly well without it. But collectibles haven't got any yet. It's the big flat option button on the PS4 to get the map up. You have to hold it down. So around here, 20.
They won't hear me approach if I crouch.
Okay, circle button, crouch, sneak up. Now what I should probably do here is get my little silenced pistol out and do this quietly, but I'm still quite enjoying using my sniper rifle, so I might just go loud and what the hell. You can see things have gone yellow. There's a yellow flashing boundary. That's because I've made people suspicious, not surprisingly. But there was only 2 of them, so making the second one suspicious didn't really matter. I've still got a full yellow health bar, so I'm alright. You can press triangle to sneak up behind people and stealth kill them with your hands or your knife. So we'll certainly be doing a bit of that. Nebelwerfers. What a stupid name for a gun. Hold down the square, you can nick bullets and things off the dead bodies. Only the ones that you've shot though. The ones that are there just for effect. You can't steal from them. Right, so where's this Nebelwerfer then? You notice the eye icon has shrunk a bit. That's because I'm crouching and so I'm slightly less visible. We'll have a look over here, but I don't think it's where I'm supposed to be. because I've got a star icon over on the right, just telling me where I should be next.
Time to use the well rod.
Okay. The well rod is the little silenced pistol thing. It doesn't reload very quickly. It's a bit of a one-shot wonder. It'll kill outright with a headshot, but if you hit the guy in the body, you're going to have to pause, reload, and shoot him again. Meanwhile, he's blasting you with a machine gun. So you really need to do headshots, which is basically... Oh, this is telling you... Yeah, okay. They're suspicious when they've got a little yellow circle over them. If they go red... Right, and I've got a red sight, which means he's in range. Headshot, down he goes. But that was about the maximum range for this well rod thing. And as far as I'm aware, it's the only silenced weapon in the game. I haven't come across anything else. It's red, so he's in range. Another headshot. And that's the number werfer. That's the thing we've got to kill. In some situations, just taking out the crew is good enough. Yeah, I don't think you have to blow the gun up necessarily. So it's a big fuck-off mortar, basically. He's in range. I think shooting him's going to make his pal a bit nervous.
Toter Mann!
Yeah.
Da ist der!
And body shots. Took three body shots to take him down.
Vorsicht!
Is there another one? I can still hear somebody. They very conveniently shout. There's a save point, top right. You can see it spinning round. So if anything goes wrong, this is where I'm going to come back to. Reload with some dynamite, which you can throw. I'm not going to muck around picking up the bodies, because in this case I don't give a shit if anybody finds them. Sometimes I do hide the bodies if it's relevant to do so. I'm just raiding these guys, see if they've got any extra bullets or anything. You can swap your weapon for theirs if you want. But I'm reasonably content with the weapons I've got, to be honest. There's not that much difference. As you get into the game, you get slightly better weapons, but it's not that much difference. Certainly not at this stage, anyway. So we've got some dynamite. You can place it or throw it. Oops, wrong button. I meant to place the dynamite, not fire the gun. So you hold down R1, that places the dynamite. And then you shoot the dynamite to detonate it. Thusly, I think I was a bit close there. Let's get my health bar. It's gone right down to one segment. It does come back up on its own a bit, or you can use a med kit to put it back up. I'm not feeling very threatened at the moment, so I'm just going to let it creep back up on its own. Right, where am I going now? I don't seem to have a star telling me where to go next. This is my Sten gun, which is not quite as good as an MP40 and not quite as good as a Thompson submachine gun. But, you know, you're back in the dark ages here, so you haven't got any very sophisticated weapons. Ooh, look, I can creep under the rocks. Safe point again there. I'm just going to see if I can get around the other side here. doesn't look like I can climb up these rocks. I was just wondering if I could flank the position. You can see the other Nebelwerfer, that star in the distance. There's two of them, in fact. I was just going to see if I could sneak around the outside, but I think I've really got to go the way the game wants me to go. So we can clamber up here, press X. Right, we've got a little encampment here. We've got a gun over there and a gun over to the left. Left or right. Either way, and there's a bloke wandering about in there. If I got my binoculars out, I could tag him. But again, I'm just making life difficult for myself, or making life a little more challenging for myself. When things get a bit more tricky, I will get the binoculars out and tag people. Is there anybody in here? Yeah, there is. He hasn't noticed me. I could shoot him or melee him. I'm going to pop him in the head. Just because I can. He had some grenades, but I've already got a full load of grenades. There's nothing else in here. I don't think you can do anything with the radio, though. There's a bit of paper there. Yeah, okay, very interesting. You get a few extra points for picking up all these bits of paper. Some of them are just like love letters and notes. Some of them do actually tell you that you've picked up a secondary objective, so it is worth reading. Oh shit, you see me. Bollocks. That wasn't very clever. Now they know where I am. So I've got three guys coming after me. The border of my little mini-map has gone red. But I'm just going to wait in this tent. Let them come to me. He's thrown a grenade at me. That's bloody rude.
Weitersuchen.
There he is. Sten gun. The others are around behind me. Oh, there's a third one over there. I've got guys on three sides of me. Ow, 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 shit. Run, hide. Get back in the tent. Wait for the heat to die down. We're going to have to go loud now. I ought really to heal myself. I'm just being a bit silly here. I sort of feel like I can't die. This Sten gun is amazingly accurate. And I'm dead. Right, that's what happens when you die. So you reload. Back to your starting point. I'm not going to keep doing that. I'll just let you see me die once. The rest of the time, if I die, I'll cut it out. So you'll see how to do things correctly. Just for the first time, I thought I'd let you see what happens. So one of the things I do like about this game is that when you die, it puts you back straight back in. There's hardly any wait. You don't have to sit around waiting for ages while the whole level loads up again, which is good. So we'll be a little more cautious this time. Hit that red can, which blew him up. Anything red will blow up. There's boxes and canisters and stuff. If it's red, basically you can shoot it and it'll blow up. But it does tend to attract attention. So that guy's probably the dude who was in the tent, I suspect. The yellow circle means that he's suspicious, but he's in range and I don't know why I'm not hitting him. I had to hit him about 5 times then before he went down. He must have been right at the extreme limit of the range. Okay, there's a suspicious guy to the northeast, 2 to the south, but no immediate threat. Yeah, he's not in there anymore, so that must have been him. He came out to see what was going on. I don't know why you can't do anything with the radio. It doesn't show as a target, so I don't think there's any point wasting bullets on it. We're all clear again. Nobody's suspicious. That guy, damn, I shouldn't have let his circle complete. Once his circle completes, he stays suspicious for a bit. He'll probably come and investigate. It's actually not a bad thing, because it's going to put him in range of my bulwark, so I can do that to him. Now the question is, does his mate realise? No, he didn't. And his mate's in range as well. Love it. I think that was it, just the 2 of them. Yeah, okay, so noisy things can be used to mask your shots. So that's handy to know. But basically, there was only 2 guys looking after this. Oh no, there's a 3rd one. There he is, look. And then he didn't see him. Not anymore. There's some dynamite up there right in front of me. But that was the 3 guys. Picked up the dynamite. Let's go blow the gun up. Not sure I actually have to blow the gun up. I think killing the crew might have rendered it useless. But we'll blow it up anyway. Just because we can. Oh, no, not binoculars. Pressing the wrong button. I want some dynamite. Hold down R1 to position R2 to place the dynamite. Oh, I'm firing the gun. The trouble is I'm pressing R1 instead of R2. Right, there's the dynamite. R1 fires the gun, R2 places the dynamite, and I keep doing the wrong thing. Oops, I was a bit too close. Blew myself up to it. Luckily, there was a safe point just before I did that. So we'll place the dynamite and this time retreat to a more sensible distance. Let's see if I actually press the right button this time. Nothing else of interest around here. Once this thing blows, I'm not going to want to hang about, so I'm just... You know what, I'm not going to bother blowing it. I think it counts as being down just because I've killed the crew. I'm just going to leave it. Because it's not showing as a target anymore, I don't think. Actually, no, there is still 2 stars there. That's interesting. There's still 2 stars, so maybe just killing the crew isn't enough. Perhaps I do have to blow it up. I'm still trying to do this without using the anti-loading feature. I don't really know why that didn't hit him, actually. I thought that was a pretty good shot. So yeah, there's a star straight in front of me, which is the nerf hurdler that we haven't found yet. But there's still a star to the right of me, which I think is that one I haven't blown up. We'll see. It won't let me finish this level if I'm supposed to have blown it up. If you look at the mini-map now, it's showing only 1 star. It's a bit confusing. There's 2 stars on the right of the screen, but the minimap's only showing 1. Well, I'm going to sneak around here and do this other nerf hurdler. Whatever it's called. No sentry out there. Fair enough. Oh, there's a guy over there. He almost saw me. See, at this range, you more or less hit what you fire at, what you aim at. when things get longer range, you have to raise the rifle a bit. There's still a guy over there. Can he pop his head up again? He seems to be looking straight at me, which is not ideal. He's just behind these sandbags. Very sensible of the Germans to pile the sandbags up so high they can't see anybody sneaking up on them. I want this guy to move so he's not looking right at me.
Ist da jemand?
There we go. As he was the last one, I don't mind using the Sten gun on him. Right. The star has disappeared, so I think killing the crew means the nerf handler is effectively disabled and I don't need to blow it up. I think that little yellow flashing thing on the map suggests that there was another. I'm just playing with this guy, throwing him around a bit. Suggests that there was another suspicious guy over there. But then we got the all clear. So I reckon I've done it all. Slap a bandage on, heal myself, 2 segments, there we go. Do that by holding down R1, R2, I never know which one it is. It's R1, the one that's a bumper rather than the trigger. Some games R1 is the shooty button and some games R2 is the shooty button, and when I'm at the beginning of the game, if I've been playing something else, I tend to get confused and do the wrong thing. We've got a dude here. We've also got a sniper nest quite close by. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, a star has appeared. Alright, fair enough. No bits of paper to pick up. No treasure, no loot. We got a star a long way away. I see, it's through those rocks. Yeah, so the 3 guns are actually disabled, although I only blew up one of them. So shooting the crew was a good thing to do. I'm just having a poke in these tents to see if there's anything worth picking up. But basically, it wants me to head towards the star. The little black arrow on the map, I think, is north. The white thing, I think, is where you're supposed to be heading for. It's your target. Yeah, we're going up this way. Oh, jump. This guy's terribly unfit. There we go, that's the end of the level.